Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is Hans here on Reindeer Ranch on the lovely Seneca. Just stepped out my door this morning, and well, looks like we got a fresh dusting of snow. Not much to write home about, but still a dusting nonetheless. I guess we can hop in the truck and give it a quick up and down the driveway here, and we'll probably hold off doing anything else though, just to, you know, no sense in overdoing it because there's likely more snow coming. It is a balmy 28 degrees this morning. Get in the truck here, turn our key, and fire it up. Okay. All right, here we go. Now I still have not. You know what? I'm gonna ask real quick. Um, no, we'll do it. We'll just do it this time, and I will ask today about what needs to be done to allow us to turn the plow left and right. Because I'm pretty sure we should be able to do that, and I'm not sure why we can't yet. I think I'm just missing a control, so I'm gonna check with the team on that. In other news, we did do some exciting things on the meta front. I would say exciting and scary. And so we will probably, after we get the drive here plowed, transition over and show you what's going on there. See, I don't like not being able to turn the blade because I have a feeling we're going to end up with a little snow strip in the middle of our driveway via this method. So we'll see though. Maybe I'll get lucky and it rolls the right way off of the blade. Yes, as I was concerned. Oh, I guess a decent chunk of it went where we wanted it to. Wait. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Haha, we got it, guys. Now we can properly plow. Mucho better. Mucho. Beauty. Suppose we could put our work lights on, although it is daylight, but you know, we'll throw them on. Why not? Just giving us a little extra room on the edge of this driveway, especially now that we got the angle working. Just in case. I mean, I'm not expecting a crazy snowstorm, but it is Ohio, so you never know what you're gonna get, right? apologize to the DOT for putting a little snow on the road, but who knows? I mean, the road doesn't look too bad right now, so it should be okay. Get the end of the driveway cleaned up a little. Okay, there. Now we'll just do one more pass and we should be good. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, another thing I do want to mention that I did find out through some investigating and teamwork by my lovely hooligans and staff, I found out that indeed the rule that I had stated regarding the horsepower was actually incorrect on my part because that rule had been updated. I had made the original rule, but it had been updated in the verbiage a while back, and I guess it skipped my mind. And so I inadvertently was breaking a technical rule. And so the wardens are sending me my fine, which we will pay. We are going to be held to the same standards as everyone else, and we'll get that paid and carry on with our day, and we will make sure that before we attach that plow again that we have the appropriate horsepower on whatever it is that we are using. So with that said, guys, that's the little dusting and snow plowed. Really not much, but enough to at least do it, I suppose. We will check back in on the farm tomorrow, see if any more snow has fallen. If it has, we will probably go ahead and take care of it. If it hasn't, you might not see us in here. We're going to head over next to the meta side of things and see what is shaken there. And there is a whole lot shaken, let me tell you. So, without further ado, and a little editing magic, over to the meta. Alright, we've now popped over to the meta side of things. I want to show you guys what's going on. Some pretty exciting and pretty scary stuff, so we'll take a peek here. We will start by looking at our finance screen. When you look there, you can see this hefty new loan of $3.35 million, which is actually 3 loans from 3 different banks that we've worked for 3 different purposes. 2 of them are relatively the same purpose with Meta Trucking. I did a small one and then decided I was going to take a stab at trying to do some debt cycling to try to grow a company. And then the 3rd loan has to do with aircraft. And so I will show you what we did here. We invested largely in logistics. And as you can see, we have a decent little fleet now. Spread in a few different countries. I think we're in about 10 different countries currently, and we have 17 vehicles. We also have about 12 trailers, and I picked those up because they were about half off on the market. We picked up used trucks where we could, but a lot of them did have to get purchased new. The used market was pretty dried up right now. There's a lot of trucks getting bought. So we did what we could there. And basically we've stuck drivers in all these and we're keeping them on the road. We are keeping them busy, keeping them busy, keeping them busy. Because I'm looking at somewhere in the neighborhood of around 42,000 a day in loan payments. So we definitely have some money to pay. But the goal is that we should, by my calculations, be able to bring in that amount plus a little bit of profit, which will keep us afloat and allow us to start growing our company. This has a lot of benefits, right? Because we're training our drivers who are gaining experience, who are going to become better drivers who can make us more money. or it can be used for things like mining operations. So that's kind of the goal here, is to get things kicked off a little bit and get it rolling. So we'll be doing a lot in regards to the trucking, so to speak, and we will be doing a lot in regards to aircraft, because that's kind of the first two things we jumped in. Now, we also did prospect a little bit of land, and I'll kind of show you what we ended up with. So we set up operations in Greece, and we ended up with 3 acres worth. We prospected each 1 acre. I think we've got in total around 150,000 invested here so far. Um, so a decent little chunk of an investment. Unfortunately, there's not too much here out of it. We get about 1.6 mil worth of bauxite, and about a mil worth of peat, and then an unknown amount of oil, since oil is not yet able to be drilled. That's coming soon. So the oil could be good for us, but it's going to take a lot to get that operation started. These other two, they're kind of, well, they're there, right? They're not anything to write home about, and it would cost us as much, if not more, in just equipment purchases as what we would make in the entire mine. And that's before we consider fuel costs and transport costs. So realistically, we have yet to get a mine that I feel like is this is a good starter mine. This is a good place to start. So we're gonna hold on to them because I probably will continue operations in Greece. I just figured I'd pick a random country and Greece was the one, and so we're gonna kind of stick with that and see what we do. But we will need to kind of figure this out. And I don't know if I'll keep just taking a stab here and there with a little bit of our profits to grab an acre and prospect it, or what exactly we'll do. We will do something though. And then lastly, let's look at the plains. So you see, we got a small loan. We were able to get 2 Britain Norman BN2s, and we've got one flying in the U.S. and one flying in Germany currently. They are both airborne and making money for us, so we're gonna try to keep those guys flying as much as possible. So we've kind of went all in on meta, right? We want to start expanding our business here, and that's because getting your foot in the door on meta is important if you plan on playing the meta long term, because there's just so much there. There's so much content. There's so much money you need to generate, and there's so much that you have to do to be able to accomplish those goals. And so I wanted to get a jump start on it. 3 million seems like a lot of debt, and it is. It's a significant payment. So if you're going to take a loan, you really need to plan out, how am I going to pay for this, and calculate out, can this pay for itself? You know, how many loads can my semi trucks deliver in a day? What's the average profit going to be on that after fuel expenses and after paying my driver? So if you can crunch out the numbers, it's a valid thing to do. And I encourage even new players, young players, to take out a small meta loan. Not a big meta loan, probably not anywhere in the neighborhood of 3 mil. But take out a small loan enough to get you one small plane, or 1 or 2 trucks, and use that 1 or 2 trucks and 1 or 2 planes to um, stay on top of them, keep them going, keep doing it, and then you'll have an idea. Okay, well, I bought one and I was able to make this much profit after my loan payments and my fuel costs per day. So what can I realistically do for my next step? And you kind of just take it one step at a time, grow your business incrementally as you're ready. So our goal now is to get these loans paid down, and once these loans are paid down, we can look at our next business opportunity, potentially expand our company more, which might mean that we need to take another loan, or we might have the capital that we don't need to do that. But either way, we kind of have to investigate that as it comes to us. So our goal right now is to make sure that we're making that $42,000 a day so that we can continue with our company. And 1 second here, we will transition over to my spreadsheet and I can show you where we are sitting so far. Okay, so over on our spreadsheet here, Reindeer Ranch, you can see, we have our in-game operations, which they don't look very good right now, right? Negative 172,000, you can see here. But that will change once the crops come in. So we're probably going to rack up some more costs, but hopefully this will get offset by our income. So we're not really worried too much about that. We're not going to really touch on the equestrian stuff yet because we haven't started that. logistics. Now, this is one we have started that is valid for us to talk about. And so, as you can see here, we've went through and each day. Now, when you're a smaller company, you can do this. When you get bigger, there's going to be so many ledger entries, it'll be hard to do this. But I am actively working on getting more advanced ledger features coming, so they will be coming, so hang in there. But when you're a small company, this is a great way to do it. We simply put our fuel costs, tire costs, drivers, loan payments, and then how much we made. And that kind of tells us where we're at. Now, as you see, the first couple of days we were a little in the negative, and the third day we were quite a bit in the negative. But that's because I took out the big loan here on this day, and I didn't take it out until the evening. And so I only had a couple of hours to bring profit in before we ended up having to pay that loan amount. All right, and that comes in at the end of the day. So today, however, you can see that our fuel costs, driver costs, and load income so far today, where we're actually at 26,000 to the good. Now that's not quite where we need to be because we know that the loan payments on the trucking portion of our operation are going to equate to just under 38,000. So we need to get to at least 38,000 in profit to break even today. I think we'll do that without a problem. Let's hope my calculations are right. So we're going to keep on trucking and keep those loads coming in. And that's our goal. That's the mark we have to make. We need to be making at least, we need to get in the black here today. If we're in the black here today, we're going to be okay. And then the last one we want to look at is our airline operations. And that, again, is simple and straightforward. You've got your date, your fuel costs, your loan costs, your income so far, and then your net. So as you can see, our first loan payment is going to be about 2,400 coming out this evening, and we're already to the point today that we're going to be making a profit on that. So the airline is looking good for us right now. The trucks we're still working on, hopefully we'll be there by the end of the day. Okay, guys, so that in a nutshell is kind of where we are sitting at as far as our meta operations. So we are deep in debt. We are working on digging our way out, but we've expanded our company and we're looking to start making our mark in the meta world. So Reindeer Ranch is kind of diverse right now. I would eventually like to get all these companies into their own subsidiaries, like a trucking company and an airline, but we can't afford that right now. So we're not going to touch that. Right now, we're going to focus on paying these loans and making sure we're in the black each day. So that is our goal for the next few days on the meta. So we'll check in periodically on that and let you know how that's going. Probably more so in the winter time when we don't have as much going on in game. We may pop on and do some warm weather contracts as well. But I just kind of wanted to let you guys know where we're at and how things were going on the meta front because I know, about I'd say about 70% of FSN players play at least half their time on the meta. And so it is something that people are interested in. And I want to make sure to convey that to you guys because I find it a lot of fun. And it's one of those great, interesting things that eventually you're going to be able to run so many kinds of businesses here. Whether you want to do them all or just one or a couple or whatever you like, you can try one. And if it's not for you, you can move on from it. But the nice thing is that it's accessible to you anytime from your phone, from your tablet, if you're at your girlfriend's house, your wife's family outing, or work for some people if they have a flexible work schedule or work environment. It just makes it available without having to be at your home gaming PC and be in a game. So it is a nice thing to have that you can just log onto the internet and still work on growing your company. So we're going to continue to work on growing Reindeer Ranch both in the meta and in game. For the next few days, likely the name of the game is just hauling loads, delivering loads, and maybe some prospecting here and there, hoping for a lucky break. But that is the name of the game, guys. Just a lot of we've got to get trucks on the road. In fact, I need to stop talking and put this one on the road because any downtime is time we're not making money. All right, and there we are back on the roads. As you can see, I've got this truck on very short runs here. I have a few of my trucks running on short runs, and there's a reason for that, right? It's more times I have to check in, and I do this conveniently while I'm coding FSN. I just keep my trucks up on one screen, and so I'll just check in every little bit and see who needs to go out. But the short routes, overall, if you run a bunch of short routes in a day, you're going to make a little more money than if you did one long route in the day. The trade-off, of course, is you have to keep getting loads and keep putting your truck back on the road. Whereas with one long load, you don't have to worry about that. You simply put it on the road, come back and check the next day. Okay, so that's kind of the trade-off there. It follows the whole principle I believe in with FSN, which is you put in a little bit more work, you're going to make a little bit more virtual money. So, without further ado, I think we're going to leave it here for the meta stuff today. I think this might wrap up our episode. We might be a little short this time, but I just wanted to check in and let you guys know where we were sitting with things, what was going on, and, our big jump we had kind of taken in the meta. And here's another truck that's just about to finish unloading, so we'll get that one on the road as well. But long and short, guys, things are going good. It's winter one on the farm. We had a little bit of snowfall, which we cleaned up. I don't know if it's snowed more yet. We'll have to check back in tomorrow or the day after, see if we've got some more snow to clear out. We've got our leases underway. We have 3 fields for a total of 100 acres planted. We've got 17 meta trucks on the road, 2 planes fly in the skies, 3 acres of land that we can't do anything with yet. We are going full in on FSN, guys. It's a blast. I'm loving getting to have the player experience from the front end and getting to do this on a non-testing account and just getting to experience all those first-time yays and craps. It's a lot of fun, and if you haven't tried it yet, get on down to the description below, grab that link, sign up, tell them Hans sent you. You're going to have a blast with like 11,000 other players doing the same cheesy, nerdy stuff in-game and out-of-game. Thanks again, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Take care.